Okay, so let's get started. So as you guys know, it's March 31st, last day of the month. Hope you guys are all still pushing with me because I know I am. And like I said before, I did that quick little giveaway idea today as just randomly, honestly. I'm already at my Success Club non-negotiable goal, which is Success Club 5. But for me, I like to push higher, push for 10, and that's what I'm doing right now. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. And we're going to talk tonight about never giving up. And it's something that I know was our theme last year, right? Did you guys know that? So last year's theme was never giving up, and this year's everyone matters. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And let me just close out of Facebook because it distracts me. Okay. I have like 15 windows open. Okay, cool. So everyone matters and never giving up are our themes. So at the beginning of the month, you guys know, we sometimes get like a little leisurely. We're like, oh, you know, we have the entire month to help 3 people. If you guys, a little refresher, 3 people each and every month, helping them with a challenge pack will give you Success Club, because it's Success Club 5 is what you qualify for, 5 or 10, and then of course you can get more than that. But for each challenge pack, you get 2 points. So helping 3 new people each and every month will give you those 5 Success Club points. So each month, you need to go into the month strong. Don't let, time slip away, because it goes fast, right? Can you guys believe it's already April? Is that like nuts? So don't let the month get away from you. It's easy to do. Doing so, I like to set business activity trackers for the entire week, and I set them at the beginning of the month for the next 4 weeks, and I set my goals. So this way, towards the end of the month, if you're feeling like giving up, you aren't going to give up because you're going to see that you already have your goals set. You're not going to give up on yourself because say this month, in April, you're going to hit Success Club 10. That's your goal, right? So each week, break that down of how many points you need to get and how many people you need to help each and every week. So saying that, say you want to hit Success Club 6 next month, so 5, and then first, of course, challenge packs are 2 points. So 6 is helping 3 people, and it'll put you over your 5 goal. So doing so, I typically talk to 10 people, and I'll get 1 yes. The rest are usually no's or maybes. So don't ever think that people, come running to me saying, I'm ready to help me. No, that doesn't happen. It can happen, but I will say it's rare. So saying that, you just want to talk to people. Focus each and every month with talking to people. Make a goal of how many people you want to talk to. So if you have done Coach Basics, you know that there's a hundreds list, right? If you haven't done Coach Basics, you'll be starting April 6th, Monday, as well as our challenge group. So in Coach Basics, you can already start now and make a list of 100 people that you know, 100 people from Facebook, 100 people from Instagram, anywhere, anyone you know that you can reach out to. That doesn't mean reach out to them and say, hey, want to buy a challenge pack? Hey, do you want to join me? It just says, you can just simply do a message, hey, how are you doing? I've been thinking of you and wanted to reconnect. Doing so will then, build that relationship, because people aren't going to join you if you don't have a relationship built, right? I tell you guys that some people I've talked to for over a year before they commit, and that's okay. You don't want to rush people. My giveaway that I'm doing today for the 3-day refresh is just like, a little cliff pusher. Like if someone's like ready to jump, they're going to jump then. If someone's typically not ready and don't have a relationship built, they aren't going to jump. You need trust in order to get something, right? So remember that when you're pushing at the end of the month or even anytime. I hope you guys are pushing this hard all the time. And so saying that, never giving up is a huge, it's a mind game, really. You want to know that you're never going to give up no matter how hard it gets. So I will say some people hit the ground running and they're able to hit Success Club 6 or 5 every month right when they sign up. And so new coaches, if you hit Success Club your first, second, and third month consecutively, you'll get a free ticket to our Coach Summit. And if you sign up after a certain time, I can check that date, you'll get a ticket for 2016 Summit. 2016 Summit. But otherwise, so say you signed up in March. You could either do March, April, May, or since you signed up mid-March, you could do April, May, June, and just do it consecutively, Success Club 5, and you'll get a free ticket. That's over $200 value, and it's literally like game-changing. I went to Summit, and I probably cried 100 times, guys. Like, I don't know. I had so many epiphanies there. but I loved it, and you get to connect. So I think there's over 18,000 coaches going. So it's amazing. You're going to be in a room of people that are just like you. So it's amazing. And you get to meet the trainers, work out with the live trainers that you work out with at home. You get to, see our CEO do some crazy things. He's always funny. But saying that, so when you start, say people start and hit the ground running, right? And they hit Success Club their first 3 months. That's what I was saying, is that's okay. If you don't do that, don't get discouraged. If you have been a coach for a year, if you've been a coach for 4 months and you haven't hit Success Club, don't get discouraged. Don't let that fear and that uncertainty of not being able to hit it before in the past hold you back from your goal. I don't know if you guys know, I did not hit the ground running. I did hit the ground running hitting Emerald rank, but I wasn't hitting Success Club. And honestly, if you're Emerald and you aren't hitting Success Club, there's no point, right? What's the point? You aren't going to get leads. You aren't going to be able to help more people because you aren't actively working the business. Success Club means you're actively working the business and actively helping 3 new people change their life each and every month. So those are your goals. Emerald rank first and Success Club 5 every single month. And if you guys don't know, Emerald rank is just having 2 coaches on your team. That's it. They can be friends and family. They can be people you meet on Instagram or social media. I know Amy mentioned before that she's going to start a blog, and she is ready to rock that blog. And I actually wanted to talk to her about it later. I won't put you on the spot now, but later, because that's another thing that you guys can get new contacts from, right? So saying that, your hundreds list, right? You want to be consistently adding to that list. You don't want your list to run dry. So say you hit the ground running those first 3 months as a coach, right? And then month 4, you're like, oh crap, I have no one. I didn't add to my hundreds list. I, didn't execute it the way I like, and now I'm done. Like, I'm dry. My warm market's dry. And that means you're going to have to reach outside that comfort zone, talk to new people. This month I tried Facebook ads. Those work really well. Talking to people, when you're out and about and building new connections. I was literally shopping for like a scarf. I don't think it was this one, but it was another one. And the lady is like, hey, so how are you always in here during the day? And I was like, well, my job's flexible. She's like, oh, well, what's your job? And it was like middle of the day one day, and I wasn't working in the daycare, so I was there. And I told her, I'm a health coach with Team Beachbody. She's like, oh my goodness, I just saw a T25 commercial, and I want to know more about P90. I heard P90's coming out. So we had this whole conversation. If you guys don't know, I'm very shy. So I was probably shaking like a leaf then. And I'm like in a fashion store, and I only go in there in yoga pants. So they're probably like, okay, what's this lady doing? But, oh, I just got a message. Oh, about the blog. So I build that relationship with her, and anytime I go in there, we talk, and guess what? She hasn't ordered yet. That's okay. I'm still her friend. I'm still there to give her advice, and in the meantime, she has my website to look up recipes. So also another way that you can build that market, and in turn, once you build that market of people and you have more people in your contact list, it will help you when you're pushing at the end of the month, because you'll have over 100 people to follow up with, right? If you're following up with every 100 person on that list, there's no reason you won't hit Success Club, right? So like I said, for every 10 people, I usually get 1 yes. I mean, sometimes it's more than that, but say you're going to plan to talk to 30 people next month. That's a pretty good ratio that you're going to have 3 people that you can help from that, as long as you have the relationship built. But I would say now I talk to many more people each and every month. And so doing so, I do a tracker online, and I don't know if you guys want me to share that. It's a Google Drive I do. Would that be helpful? It's like you track all your conversations with people so you don't forget who you're talking to. I know Connie was telling me that she's overwhelmed sometimes with messages. When you're doing, 5 new conversations each and every day with people, you're going to get overwhelmed. So this tracking method I've used, it's so simple. I literally wake up at 5 a.m., do my power hour, and I'm like half asleep. I can do it. And I'll share that with you all. But that's been helpful for keeping me on track as well. So I will say March has probably been one of the hardest months for me, myself, and all the other coaches I know. And I want you guys to go into April strong, okay? Go in there strong, set a game plan, and set your goals, okay? Set your goals bigger than you think you can do. And you'll fall a lot farther then, than if you say you set your Success Club goal as 5 and you end the month as 2. Imagine if you set your goal at 10, you'd probably end the month at 5, right? So just set your goals higher and aim bigger than you would before, and you'll fall amongst those stars instead. So any questions? Is this helpful for you guys about never giving up and tips on how to grow this market of yours? Yeah? I can only see some of you. Okay, so let me keep going. So again, when you're following up with people, I know that's something Tanya has been messaging me about. So I don't want you guys to give up when you're following up with people. I don't want you guys to think that you're going to be salesy, right? If you have that salesy mentality that you think you're coming off as salesy, maybe you are. Maybe you need to rethink how you're talking to people. Talk to people as if they were talking to you. How would you want someone to talk to you? Would you want them just to simply be a friend to you, or would you want them to be pushy? And remember, you can follow up with someone about a program that they're interested in without being pushy. If you think you're being pushy or you think you're being a salesperson, that's probably because you're giving off that vibe. So take a step back, reread your message, and, resend it then. And that's something that I've done before. I just, take a step back for a minute. You remember, you don't have to answer your messages right away. If you guys don't know, I work full-time. I'm a full-time student, a coach. I have a life. I used to stop what I was doing in the middle of class or whatever and answer my messages. And then I noticed I'm not giving people my full attention. I'm not giving my professor my attention, my schoolwork, the person I'm talking to, right? Has anyone related? In the middle of work, you're messaging people back. Instead, I turn my active status on Messenger off, and then I go and I use it like an email. That helps me. So right now I have over 16 messages in my inbox that I have to answer, but I answer them 2 to 3 times a day. Unless it's the end of the month, then I'll probably be answering them pretty often. But doing that is really helpful. So, you'll be sending messages, receiving messages. And sometimes if you feel like you aren't getting any messages from people, just think, are you sending out enough messages in order to get messages in return? Think about that sometimes too. I remember before I was like, you know what, no one's emailing me from Instagram. It's not going to work. But guess what? You need to change around that mentality. Are you sending enough invites out? Are you sending enough emails out to people? Yes or no? Be honest with yourself. So I want you guys to go into April strong, right? So I want you guys to be honest with yourself. Set your goals. You remember, in this business, you can give yourself a promotion. A promotion is a rank advancement. So I want you guys pushing for a rank advancement. If you're my personally sponsored coach, you know that I have an incentive going on for diamonds, and it's not as hard as you think. I want to share about my mom. So my mom a few weeks ago was going to fall out of Emerald rank. She only had less than 3 active coaches. I think she had 3 active coaches, but one of her coaches were going active on that leg. And so, she was going to lose rank, and she didn't want to lose rank. So she worked her butt off. She did. And she went from 2 coaches active to 6 now and almost at diamond, I would say in 3 weeks. So she put her mind to it, and that's just really all you guys have to do as well. I know sometimes it seems hard and it seems like your goal. Say your goal is to fire your boss and leave work. I know some of you guys have that goal. Then you need to start applying that work daily. If that means going to bed later or waking up earlier, that's what's going to make it happen, okay? So I will say so I've been moving, guys. I don't know if you knew that, but that's why it's kind of not set up. I'm not at my desk. But anywho, I've been moving, and so the only time I've been able to work is I get up every day at 5 a.m. before my other job. I work for 2+ hours. I work out, and I go to work. And then I come home, I work for 2 hours. I mean, I'm doing extra because I want to go full-time. But even if you woke up an hour earlier, went to bed an hour later, and did your power hour then, your business would move leaps and bounds because of that, okay? So I want you guys to make a sacrifice now, and it will pay off in the future. I am telling you guys, it will pay off. Even if you had to do 10-minute segments, or if you only had half an hour some days, just talk to people. If you don't have time to do anything else that day, talk to people and post on social media. That is it. Because your social media posts will be working for you while you're at your other job or you're at school or wherever you may be. and your messages will be in people's inboxes waiting for them to respond when they have a free minute. So these things will help you work while you know you are on a limited time schedule. Would it be helpful if I actually broke down a schedule for you guys to follow for those that have limited time, which I'm pretty sure it's all of us? Yeah. Okay. I'll put together, you know, maybe would an hour a day be good, or 2, or 1? Okay, so I'll put that together, and the most important things you guys should do. Okay, I'll put that together this weekend. I'll get it to you guys, and I expect you guys to follow it then. And I want to see you all rank advancement and hit Success Club, right? That's what we want. We want to help more people. So saying that, I want to go around real quick and talk. If you guys can, I know some of you. Hey, are you guys all on? Yeah. Sometimes it's like people are in the background and you can't talk or something, but I want to share, you guys to share, you know, what's one thing that held you back in March, and what's one thing you're going to apply in April to make it a killer month, okay? So let's start. I'm going to unmute Mercedes. Hello, lady.
Hello. Hi, everyone. So March, I got married, so that was a crazy month.
Newlywed over here. And then spend some time in my favorite place ever, Disney.
Yeah. That really, the days that led up to the wedding and everything, I just couldn't handle everything as much as I wanted to.
Absolutely.
I knew I couldn't. So I really
you had to prioritize that.
Yeah. I had to, so I stopped the business for the month of March. So now I'm getting my feet wet, both with myself, with personal development, with being product of the product, and with my business. I'm jumping back on the wagon, and yes. I want to go really strong.
Hoopy just froze a little in April. And how are you going to hit the ground running in April? Do you have any tips for us?
I'm going to start. The last couple of days recently, because I lost contact with so many people because of the wedding. So I've been reaching out to them again and following up, and not making it about Beachbody, but just, hey, how are you? And, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. They ask me about the honeymoon and whatnot, or
awesome.
Even other customers that I've had or I got it going. You know, do you need any help? Whatever it may be, or some have approached me, I didn't answer. So I'm building those relationships.
Awesome. Yep, that's exactly what you should be doing. And also, what was I going to say is a great way to actually follow up with those people that are talking to you about Beachbody is saying like, hey, I'm getting back on track after the honeymoon. Maybe I splurged a little, you know, I enjoyed myself. Are you going to join me? You know, we have this many days until summer. When I've been giving people a number, like I've been counting down like 82 days till summer. People are like, oh shit, I need to get my act together. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to use that to help people propel them forward and help them reach their goals. So awesome job, Mercedes.
Thank you.
Okay, Shelby's next on my screen. Hey, Shelby.
Hi.
So what's one thing you struggled with in March, and what are you going to do to push yourself and your business forward in April? Or do you need help?
I think the things I didn't struggle with in March would probably be shorter. March has not been a good month business-wise. I've really fallen off track, you know, with talking to people and posting and just pretty much everything. So with April, I need to, you know, not necessarily restart, because I still do have, you know, some small conversations going.
Definitely.
I need to, you know, start posting again, start, you know, sharing my workouts again. You know, meal preps and stuff like that. Just
definitely,
because I really kind of shut down and closed off from everything. So I need to stop doing that.
That will definitely help you get back on track. And also, when you're talking to people, so I try to gauge starting, you know, 3 to 5 conversations each and every day, whether they're like telling someone, like, say Shelby was one of my Facebook friends and she wasn't a coach. I'd be like, hey, Shelby, I love your new hair color. You know, I love it, because I do. I already told her, like, last call. And be like, hey, so, you know, what kind of hair dye did you use to get that color? Like, stuff like that. You just talk to people. I literally ask people all the time about things that people want to know. They like when you ask questions and are interested in them. I know for me, I do. I love when people ask me questions. So awesome job, Shelby. let's start I said month. Let's start the month off strong. I'm so excited. Hello, Amy. You're next to my screen.
Hey.
Guys, Amy's the new coach. She's Connie's coach, so I'm so excited to have her on the call. So you're going to be starting Coach Basics shortly, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have any ideas on how to hit the ground running? I know you were going to start a blog. Can you share that with us on the team page, actually?
Yeah, sure, I will. There's only 2 recipes posted so far. One of them is Shakeology, though, just because I wanted to test it out. But I'm kind of busy. I had a weekend of writing 3 essays.
Yeah, no, I understand. It's midterm week for me right now, so I understand fully.
Oh, God, I'm studying for finals.
Yeah, mine are 8-week term. 8-week terms, so it's a lot, but I understand. So for you, I think that schedule I'm going to come up with will really help you as well. I know it's going to help me.
I'm terrible at time organization.
Okay.
If you can't tell, I'm sitting here, like, shaking in my chair, like they think I have ADHD, like, it's bad.
So we'll talk about that, and I also have a training I want to share with you guys. Maybe I'll do that the last few minutes of the call, and it's about how to, like, organize your life and really, you know, time management. I learned it at corporate from corporate when I went to Carly's Diamond Retreat. I thought the door just opened. And it's really helpful for me, and I'm working on it. It's not perfect yet, but it will help. So, Amy, I'm so excited that you'll be joining us, and every day your main priority will basically be Coach Basics and just learning the basics on how you help others. Okay. And the ground running in April for you, okay? Thanks for hopping on. Okay. Tanya. Okay. Tanya is next on my screen. Hey, girl.
Hi.
So I know one thing you were struggling with, right, was having people complete their orders.
Right.
Okay, so that's great to talk about, actually. That's why I wanted to bring it up on the call. She just texted me about it. I'm like, hey, we're going to talk about it on the call because that's something we can all relate to. So have you guys ever, sent an enrollment and not had a customer finish it, or feel like you're pestering them, asking about the enrollment, right? It's easy to do. Yeah. So, Tanya, how'd you leave it with the person you were talking to? Because I know she was going through a lot, so that's hard.
Yeah, I originally sent her the order last month, and then she decided she was going to separate from her husband.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I just dropped water. Keep going.
Okay. And then they reconciled, and then she was going to order again, and then she never placed her order. Okay. So I talked to her earlier today, and she said that she's probably going to get divorced. So.
Okay. In that case, honestly, I would tell her. Lauren Kliski did a call about it the other day, and it was about how to keep your network open. Mm-hmm. And when she's talking to people and saying, like, you need to get your order in by tonight in order to join our group, if they aren't seeming like they're ready, I tell them, you know what, if now's not the right time, I know that's okay. I know how it's like because that was me before, it was hard. It's hard to commit. And let her know that the door is always open and that she can always come back. And just because she's not ordering this one time, that's okay. That means maybe next month or the month after. Just let her know the door is always there and you can always help her. And then I would redirect her.
She just doesn't know when. Yeah.
So I would redirect her to the 5-day free group if she's not able to join this 30-day group.
Okay.
That's exactly what I would do. Okay. And so awesome job. And what was I going to say? Sometimes, what else do? I also follow up with them just asking how they're doing. Like, can I help you in any way? That's huge for me. I know my mom did that the other night. She messaged someone. She's like, have a great night. How are you doing? And the person ordered.
Oh, wow.
My mom just was simply wondering how her friend was doing. So, so awesome. Just be a friend to her, and she'll remember that always.
Yeah.
Is it someone you know personally from, like, work?
It's the cake pop lady.
Oh, gotcha. And that's a great example. So Tanya was using a cake pop group, and she was just talking to people, and someone was saying, like, how they loved eating the cake pops or something, and Tanya was like, yeah, well, I'm trying not to because I'm on a new diet, and the lady was like, I need to lose weight. So Tanya shared with her about the 21-day fix. So it goes to show that you don't need to be like a walking billboard, and remember that you aren't just a coach. Remember that we all have our own lives. We're students, we're wives, whatever, but you aren't just a walking billboard. Of course, talk about it because it excites us, but just having those, like, random conversations, honestly, are some of the best. So awesome job, Tanya.
Thank you.
Okay, my mom. Hey, Mom, are you still there?
Me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you walking Skylar?
Nope. I was out at the store and I totally lost track of time.
Yeah, I was wondering where you were. It's like you're late for like a meeting. Just kidding, with me. So anywho, how did March go for you, and how are you? And what is one thing you struggled with in March, and how are you planning to start April off with a bang?
March went good.
You're at Success Club. My mom was at Success Club 2 the other day, and she's at 6 now. She rocked it.
Yeah, and so I got Success Club 6, and one of the people signed up as a discount coach. So
you had 2 coaches sign up this month, though, too.
Two coaches sign up this month. So I have, I've got 6, so I'm working on that. I actually have been talking to a lot of people, a lot of Instagram and stuff like that. So I'm trying to start off April strong, because I feel like once we finish a month, then I take a week or so to take a breath. And I think that's wrong.
I agree.
So,
I do the same thing. And I think it's how sometimes we give it our all, and it's okay to like take a day off. But I think sometimes then we like go into hiding for 2 weeks, and then we find that the month's half over and the cycle repeats. So if we start those conversations strong and continue them on, of all those people that say no or not right now, and just talk to them, that would be a great way to start off the month. So is that what you're planning to do?
Yep. And what I did do is the other day I started messaging people that I actually went to school with like a million years ago compared to you guys. And I have a couple of my friends that I do in the groups now. So I said, I'm reaching out to a couple of other classmates. We want to see if we can get, some accountability, with this to be interested in it. So that I asked about it, giving them the link.
It's giving them like a little push, right?
Yeah, and then
You're frozen.
I'm frozen. When I've been doing my nails, if I post a picture, and granted, some days I'm on the ball, some days I'm not. Somebody that's about a 21-day fix, she's like they're motivating. So people just seeing you do like a regular post, like just your regular Facebook friends, they may be like, maybe I'm going to message her. And,
exactly.
What she's doing, and maybe I'll jump in. So even though you may not realize people are paying attention.
Even if people don't like the post too.
Exactly.
So, and also I would say, if you see people liking your posts and you know that you never talked to them about, joining your group or anything, you want to reach out to them. You don't want them to randomly sign up online, or get it through Amazon and get assigned to another coach. You want to help them. So if you feel weird, reaching out to people, remember they're liking your posts, they're interested in what you're doing, and they're supporting you. They aren't going to like it and, like your post if they aren't supporting and they aren't interested. Everyone's interested even if they don't seem like it. They're wondering what they're doing. I know before I started, I remember Carly's my coach, guys. I don't know if you know that. And I remember Carly was like, she took a picture and she was doing, oh, thanks, Mom. I'll meet you. Sorry. I know you're driving. She's a nanny. Well, she was a nanny, and she was doing push-ups with the kids on her back, and I was like, that's so cool. Like, why can't I do what she's doing? And then she posted the progress picture. She was like, hey, guys, I'm down, 15 pounds from Turbo Fire. And I'm like, what is this girl doing? I wanted to know more, but I never asked until she made this one post inviting us to a challenge group on Instagram. And that's how I found my coach. So you need to make sure you're doing those challenge group posts, inviting people and doing personal invites, or people may not know that they can join you on this journey. Maybe they're going to set off on their own health journey because they don't know they can join you. Okay. So make sure that you reach out to them, you're a friend to them, and that's how you're going to start the month strong. Okay. So real quick, before I let you guys go, I'm just going to talk about buckets. They're called buckets. It's this training I learned. Let me pin my video. Okay. So the bucket thing is there's 5 buckets, okay? If you guys have a pen and paper, write it down. If not, just remember it and reference the call. So you have 5 buckets. Draw 5 little squares on your paper if you have one. Okay, and number them 1 through 5. And make sure that there's a line in between, like a squiggly line, because you don't want them to bleed into each other, okay? You guys may have heard of this on Carly's call. And so once you have those 5 buckets, I want you to write the first one as your personal bucket, okay? No matter what, you're going to eat healthy, you're going to drink your Shakeology and work out, and you're going to do your personal development and improve yourself and your health. Because let's be real, you can't help others, you can't go to school, you can't work if you aren't helping yourself, okay? So, and then I want you to take your last 2 buckets, 4 and 5. Number 4, you're going to write Beachbody on. Beachbody personal, okay? Number 5, you're going to write Beachbody organizational, okay? Because sometimes the busy work, you know, setting up your posts and setting up your challenge groups and, you know, stuff like that. And when you have a team, you're going to have like a million things to do. Like my to-do list is never ending, but this bucket thing keeps me on track and makes me prioritize. So Beachbody organizational will be your 5th bucket, okay? So you have bucket 2 and 3 to allocate to other things, whether they're work, school. For me, I felt like I had 15 buckets. I had to condense school and work into one for now because I know school is just temporary and I know I'll be done soon. But set those buckets aside, number 2 and 3, okay, whether work, school, family, relationships, whatever. Do that. And then in each bucket, write down 2 to 3 action items you can do every day, whether they're, you know, date nights or family nights, whether it's for work, you know, work, school, assignments, lectures, classes, reading, you know, do that. And for Beachbody personal, what are your 3 action items? You know, inviting. Well, for me, I wrote 3 vital behaviors because that's inviting, personal development, and product of the product. I wrote, you know, new contacts, social media, stuff like that. And then Beachbody organizational, it's connecting with the team. So you guys getting on team calls, you guys connecting with the rest of the team, posting on the team page. You guys have been rocking it, posting on the team page, asking questions, and I love it. Because sometimes it's like I'm talking to myself in there. So I love when you guys do that. It's true. Sometimes I feel like that. And do those little exercises and allocate time each and every week to each bucket. And set it up on your phone, you know, give each bucket a color. You know, so my personal one's red. So my phone, when I'll write workout, it'll be in red. So I know, you know, you can't put that off. You need to do that. And so for me, I've actually been putting it in my planner because I'm whatever it is, school supply freak. Like I love school supplies. Tanya knows, Mercedes knows, everyone does. I can go into Staples and legit spend like hours there. I love it. So I do mine on my planner every week, and I just carry my planner with me, and I do that. And this has been helping me stay on track. So, you know, my 5 a.m. to 6:30 is my Beachbody personal time. And then my 6:30 to 7 is my personal workout time, you know, and then it goes on, and then it goes to work, and then during work I do my schoolwork. I'm very busy, so I know if I can do it, you guys can too. I feel like sometimes I'm going to go crazy because I have so much going on, but I find that we do our best work sometimes when we're very busy, right? Because we don't have time to waste. Like watching TV is something I don't do unless I'm working because I don't have time, and that's my sacrifice. It's up to you guys. You could sit on your butt and watch TV, that's fine. But for me, I know I'd rather be talking to people, so I will watch Netflix while I'm doing my messages to people, you know? So it's all up to you guys, your sacrifice, and your attitude on never giving up. If you want this bad enough, if you guys haven't actually listened to my business opportunity call I did last night, I will post it in the team page if I haven't already. It will apply to those who are busy and those who are I talked about being a student. I talked about, you know, juggling so many things at once and being able to make this business work. I started at 18. I did not have any experience. I was working 3 jobs in retail and going to school. Like I did not have, you know, I wasn't the definition of a health coach at all. I remember Mercedes was one of my first coaches I signed, and my mom, and I had no idea what I was doing. And all of a sudden I was 18 years old leading a team. So if I can do it, guys, you can do it too. You just need to put in that hustle. I was telling my boyfriend Cheyenne, I was like, I think hustle's my middle name. That's all I do. But if you really want it, you're going to make it happen. And I know you guys can make it happen. So saying that, make sure you send out new conversations tonight. The month is not over. Whether you help people sign up tonight and have them join our April 6th challenge group, or you talk to them again tomorrow. And the night's not over. I challenge you to start 10 new conversations tonight with people. And if you tell me you don't know 10 people, go find 10 people. I know you know 10 people, okay? That is all for now. I'm going to stop recording.